I didn't get a chance to talk about this, but boy, I told y'all that I was going to go in and I was going to lay into that fake, condescending, grandstanding by one Marshall Matters, aka Eminem, his stage name. You know, the halftime performance was pretty good. It was good. It was good. And all Eminem had to do was just perform and get up out of there. But instead, Eminem tries to make this about him and bring attention to himself. He must got a new album coming out. And Eminem knows that his fans are stans, aka zombies, and they can be easily manipulated. And Eminem basically wants to try to come across as some kind of white savior, white hero, like trying to act like he was taking a knee for Colin Kaepernick. How long has Colin Kaepernick been out the league? What, 4 years now? And Eminem has said next to nothing. And then for the most part, Eminem hasn't spoke on anything. Hasn't really spoke on Ahmaud Arbery. Hasn't really spoke on George Floyd. Hasn't really spoke on Eric Gardner. Hasn't really spoke on Sandra Bland. But he's so-called you know what I'm saying, a white soul brother. Yeah, right. And like I said, his fans, I know eventually they gonna come on here popping off at the mouth, but who cares what they think? And it's funny, Eminem fans, um, who are mostly, you know what I'm saying, look like him. You know what's so funny about them? These are the same people who will sit up there and tell people like me when we speak on certain issues that we need to be quiet and stop whining and we're too emotional. But nobody is more emotional than Eminem fans. They act like you can't say anything negative about Eminem. They act like you cannot question or critique or criticize Eminem for anything. Eminem, like I said, ain't said a damn thing. He has been quiet when it comes to Colin Kaepernick. And I know he hasn't said nothing because if he said something, his fans would come on my channel. Yeah, Eminem spoke on the Colin Kaepernick situation. But then he uses the biggest stage, you know, the biggest sports stage to try to do some fake grandstanding and take a knee on behalf of Colin Kaepernick. It was fake, and I can't stand. And this is why I go in on Eminem because, like I said before, it was about him. Ain't about Colin Kaepernick. That man been out the league for like 4 years. Eminem ain't said a damn word. Now all of a sudden he call himself taking a knee. Stop it. Stop it. And we know that the news is gonna make it look like he's some kind of hero and they're gonna try to sensationalize this like they do everything he does. Like they try to make it look like he's the greatest person that ever graced the mic, which he isn't. Like I said, I don't even have Eminem in my top 20 of greatest rappers that ever lived. But his fans will try to tell you otherwise, and they'll try to demand. And like I said, I don't know at times who's worse, the white Eminem fans or the black ones. These dudes that come on your channel trying to argue with you and try to defend him, but these dudes will say nothing when it comes to defending blacks against systematic racism, police brutality, just in anything that's being did to jeopardize and harm black people. But they'll sit up there and defend guys like Eminem. And this is why black people in the position that we in now. Because like I say, we have that slave master mentality when it comes to them. That we have to go out of our way to please everybody. We always have to compromise ourselves to make everybody else happy and feel comfortable except us. Everybody is allowed to disrespect us, but we can't say nothing to them. Oh, I don't want to offend anybody. And then we have this misguided, uh, false thinking that we have allies when I done proved, and even my brother Tory and Rain have proved on several occasions, we don't got no damn allies. I mean, the nerve of Eminem to try to sit up there and take a knee and try to act like he paying homage to Colin Kaepernick. And that's the problem with guys like Eminem and his supporters. They really think they can try to out-black a black person. And that was one of the problems that I had with Max Kellerman, because he tries sometimes to think he can out-black a black person. And I've said this on several occasions. Nobody that don't look like me can out-black me. But you have a lot of people that think that that's not black. You have Asians that think they can out-black a black person. You have Hispanics that think they can out-black a black person. You have whites that think they can out-black a black person. So I'm just saying, that was the fakest stuff I ever seen in my life, and Eminem should get ripped to shreds. He wanted some attention. He need to be given some attention, and he need to be called out. But we know it's going to be somebody that's going to come defend him. We know either Royce the 5'9" will come to Eminem's defense, or 50 Cent. We know one of those two guys going to come to Eminem's defense, because Eminem, he seemed like he can't never speak for himself, because it's always somebody that's going to speak on his behalf. Somebody say something about Eminem, then here come Royce the 5'9", then here come 50 Cent, then here come some other people. And a lot of people, in particularly guys like Eminem, know that that's going to happen. Why you think Joe Rogan pulled what he did? Look what happened with Joe Rogan. You got people defending Joe Rogan. You got black people defending Joe Rogan. Oh, I don't think Joe Rogan's a racist. Of course he is. You got to understand what a racist like to do to cover up and hide the fact that they're racist. They'll align themselves with some naive black person. Be cool with them. Make them feel like, you know what I'm saying, that they're the best of friends. And then they'll be fooled by it. So when eventually they show who they really are, that black person is going to act like, you know what I'm saying, a house Negro. Oh man, I don't think he that way. I don't think Joe Rogan a racist. I don't think Eminem a racist. Because that's what they do. And these dudes know it. A lot of these white supremacists and racists know that they can get away with that. That's why in most cases they get away with doing stuff to black people. Everybody knows that it's hardly next to no repercussions when you disrespect a black person, because they know some black person is going to come and defend him. Just like Joe Biden. He's a master at disrespecting black people. And he knows that there'll be some black people that's going to come and defend him. They know it. You don't think these snow people understand that? You don't think these palm colored people understand that? That apology that Joe Rogan gave was fake as hell. Especially when he was talking about the Planet of the Apes. I didn't think that was going to offend anybody. What? And I meant no harm by it. And they go-to move is, well, I said this stuff, but that doesn't mean I'm a racist. Yes, it does. Joe Rogan, you're a racist. You're a blatant racist. And then, like I said, you'll get black people that will defend Joe Rogan. You had that MMA fighter defended him. Oh, Joe Rogan's been nothing but nice to me. So? So what? So? What does that mean? Still doesn't mean that he's not a racist. I mean, come on now. I know black people are more smarter than that. I mean, come on now. You got to understand that, you know, these people are a little more complex with their racism. They don't walk in the room and just call you the N-word. Well, I mean, some of them do, but I mean, they, you know, there's levels to racism. You don't think those liberals are racist? Just because they don't call you the N-word, well, at least not to your face, doesn't mean that they're not racist. So I'm just trying to figure that out. Like I said before, Eminem don't have me fooled. And like I say, his fans is gonna come. Oh, that was wonderful what Eminem did. But these are the same people before Eminem took that fake knee, so-called in the name of Colin Kaepernick. These were the same people that was coming on my channel saying F Colin Kaepernick, he's a fraud and all this stuff. He didn't care until he got benched and all this kind of stuff. They hated Colin Kaepernick, but I guess because Eminem did this fake grandstanding, acting like he was paying homage and giving Colin Kaepernick a shout out. Now all of a sudden everybody's impressed. And that's so hilarious. How many people have been talking about the Colin Kaepernick situation? Could have sworn I was one of them. Could have sworn I was one of them. But Eminem do it now. It's the greatest thing they ever saw. Eminem is like 4 or 5 years too late. Like I said, that was the fakest thing I ever saw in my life. All you had to do was just get up there, sing that song, that loot. I mean, for real, and just get up out of there. But you gonna try to take a knee. Like I said, that you Johnny too late. The Colin Kaepernick thing was 4 years ago. You missed it, dude. So don't try to act like this is something new to you. But like I said, Eminem know that his fans are incredibly naive and pretty silly and absurd. He did that because he probably got new music coming out. And then his fans, or should I say his stands, are going to go out and buy it. And then and more than likely the album will be trash because Eminem haven't made good music in, I don't know since when. Eminem music did not age very well. That's fact. That's why he's hesitant to do a versus battle, because he knows if he does a versus battle with certain artists, he knows he's going to get exposed. He knows he's going to get destroyed. And like I said before, let's just keep it above. If Eminem was darker and had melanin and made the type of records that he made, wouldn't have a career. They for real. I've debunked on several occasions about Eminem being the greatest. Like I said, nobody plays Eminem's records in the streets. Nobody plays Eminem records on the radio. Nobody plays Eminem records at the club. So I'm just saying. I couldn't believe he had the audacity to try to call himself taking a fake knee. He knew people would pick up and take that story and try to run with it. because there's some certain people that think Eminem can do no wrong, which he's done plenty of wrong from those extremely racist songs he made about black women and black people. You know, like I said, I don't know who's worse, the black Eminem fans or the white ones or the non-white ones. Like I said, I'm from Oakland, California. Nobody don't play no damn Eminem. Nobody. Nobody plays that dude's records. Now they finna try to portray this dude as some kind of white savior, some kind of hero. 4 or 5 years too late. So just stop it. That was the fakest thing I ever saw in my life. That was just beyond fake, condescending, and downright disrespectful. Real talk. But like I say, I know eventually somebody gonna hear this video, hear this stream. They're gonna get mad. They're gonna call me a racist. They're gonna call me a hater. They're gonna say I'm obsessed with Eminem and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, but you obsessed with watching these videos about Eminem, and they're gonna make their empty threats. Oh, we're gonna get your channel shut down. You gonna get my channel shut down because I'm criticizing Eminem? Really? How goofy do you sound? How lame do you sound? I'm gonna get your channel shut down because you're talking about Eminem. Really? But this is how his fan. But they say us black people is emotional. These people love to say black people is emotional. But then as soon as you say something about anybody else, then here they come. No, it's just a myth. It's just what you call reverse psychology and trying to put guilt and trying to make and a lot of us fall for it. A lot of us. I don't fall for it. I don't fall for that stuff. Like I say, we the only ones that can't use that word and say that we want to help black people. We the only ones that's made to feel shamed about it, wanting to help other black people. We the only one that's done to. They don't never make Asians feel guilty about being Asian or wanting to support Asians. They don't make Hispanics feel guilty about wanting to help Hispanics. They don't make other forms of non-blacks feel guilty about wanting to help each other. But if a black person say he want to help black people, then here they come, like I say, wagging their finger, trying to make us feel guilty. And I've said this on several occasions. You're not ever going to make me feel guilty about being black and wanting to help other black people. You could get the middle finger every day, all day. The thing is with black people, we got to stop always acting like we got to explain everything to people. When white people say, well, how come you guys can call each other the N word and we can't? Well, we don't have to explain nothing to you. We don't owe you no explanation. And we don't owe you no explanation. We don't owe you non-blacks no explanation. But I know there's gonna be people that's gonna rip Eminem, and I know there's gonna be people that's gonna come out and defend Eminem. I'm expecting it. I'm used to that. But ask me, do I give a damn about it? Well, first of all, watching that Super Bowl, I'm gonna get to that Super Bowl right quick in another video. First of all, that touchdown that Cincinnati scored, uh, dude, 85 committed an automatic face mask. That should have been that touchdown should have been called back, and it should have been a 15-yard penalty. You know, at the end of the day, Cincinnati just didn't make plays. They just didn't capitalize. That's just all it came down to. You know, this game just reminded me of that Super Bowl with the Steelers and the Seahawks. Seahawks just didn't make plays when they needed to make plays. And that's just the bottom. Joe Barrow just couldn't make plays when he needed to make plays. And that's all it come down to. I know the NFL, for the most part, have a lot of question marks about the legitimacy of, some of these games. But you guys got to remember, you would have been, at the end of the day, you would have been a fool to think that they was going to let the Rams lose a Super Bowl game in their home stadium. Now, in a couple of years, if the Raiders go to the Super Bowl, when they play the Super Bowl in Las Vegas, yeah, they won't mind screwing the Raiders over, but they wasn't gonna let the Rams lose that game. They just would not. They was not gonna let the Rams lose that game. And besides, they felt sorry for Stan Kroenke, because Stan Kroenke is in deep debt because it cost $5 billion for that stadium to be built. That's the most expensive stadium ever built. They needed to have that Super Bowl there. Because the NFL helped pay for that stadium. They put up $1 billion to help pay for that stadium, along with the $2 billion that Stan Kroenke put up. And then I forgot where the other three came from. The other three came from loans and stuff. They got to pay for that stadium. So like I said before, they want people to come to that stadium. And believe me, they going to start having other events at that stadium too. So trust me, it was no way they was going, like I said before, it was no way they was going to let the Rams lose that game. No way. Remember, this is Los Angeles. And unfortunately, they playing a team from Ohio, from Cincinnati, Ohio. Maybe if it had been a New York team or something, then maybe things would have been different. But they wasn't going to let the Cincinnati Bengals win that game. So y'all need to accept that. But yeah, getting back to Eminem, the dude is just all around fake. He really is. Anybody critique that dude, then you get black people sometimes defending him. Black rappers. Well, Eminem did, man, just stop it. Just stop it. But that knee, that was just hella fake. Just the fakest thing I ever seen in my life. And then another thing, I want to say this before I end this stream and break down this game. Now, everybody knows I'm not no Republican. I'm not no Democrat. And I was listening to something that Tariq Nasheed said when he was arguing with some clown about JoJo and, Trump. A lot of these rappers are faker than than a $7 bill. All of a sudden, these dudes just acted like they so anti-Trump when he was running for president and when he became president. And Eminem fake. Let me show you how fake Eminem is. When Eminem performed on MTV, he had Donald Trump announce him. Donald Trump was a Republican back then. And how many rappers mention Donald Trump in their rap songs? Donald Trump is mentioned in just dozens of rap songs. But then when he became president, all of a sudden, Donald Trump is this, Donald Trump is that. You know what I'm saying? Fake. I'm just keeping it a buck, and I'm not no Donald Trump supporter, but I'm just saying. Donald Trump and Eminem is friends. Donald Trump introduced Eminem at the MTV Awards. And the same with these fake ass rappers. Act like they just was so anti Donald Trump. But they was mentioning him, talking about they wanted to have paper like Donald Trump, but they admired Donald Trump. Like I say, man, these dudes is full of it, man. But anyway, man, I just wanted to take the time to call Eminem out on his fake grandstanding. That dude is just extremely fake. This is a publicity stunt. This is just fake grandstanding. This is just fake love for Colin Kaepernick. Because like I said, where was this 4 years ago? That man was nowhere to be found. He was somewhere putting out them terrible albums that he been putting out lately. It's real talk. It's your boy Town Biz, man. Thank you for listening. I'm out.